It all started with a mouse. But thanks to the hard work of countless Disney staff and no women or black people, my dream of putting my name on everything a human being might come into contact with before age 18 has become a reality. And can any of you name even one of those talented Disney animators?
Max Fleischer.
Exactly, no one important. So how did I take the work of thousands of artists and boil all the credit down into one name? My name. The name on the castle. Well, I'll tell you. And it didn't have anything to do with Tinkerbell's magic fairy dust, or Dumbo's magic feather, or even Brer Rabbit's tar baby shenanigans, God help us. No, it was through relentless vision. From childhood, I pursued my vision without ever questioning its lasting impact, or my own motivation, or whether building a sprawling empire out of a cartoon mouse might in fact be the delusion of a madman. I made my vision happen by sheer force of will and with exacting standards, the kind of standards that led my own employees to call me an asshole and a shit publicly, to stage massive strikes over their long hours and low pay, and for me, subsequently, to tell the FBI that those union leaders of theirs were communist agitators just to get them hauled away. Like I said, vision. After all, in my vision of the Disney universe, there's no room for pinko liberal bleeding hearts to spoil the magic of families paying $100 a head just so their kids can take pictures with college football mascots and furries. It's the same reason I didn't hire black people in my parks. Actually, a lot of fantasias about that, aside from all the devil worship. And speaking of wild flights of fancy, did you know that many women applied to be Disney animators in the early days? Fortunately, I nipped that in the bud with a letter declaring the drawing of cartoon animals to be the sole domain of young, virile American men, saving us all, I'm sure, from a spate of animated shorts about the washing up and that time of the monthlies. But that's not to say the fair sex has nothing to offer us. I was the only children's entertainer with the vision to meet with Nazi propagandist Leni Riefenstahl shortly after Kristallnacht. When everyone else in town refused on moral principles, well, I just call it old-fashioned rudeness. And I think my friends at the Motion Picture Alliance for the Preservation of American Ideals would agree. Those guys liked me so much they stuck by me after I got caught calling the Seven Dwarves an N-word pile. Great group of guys. And with their help, and with the help of thousands of other people who have chosen to remain anonymous in the annals of history for some reason, the Disney brand has affected every aspect of modern culture. From our helpless, beautiful, man-dependent princesses, to our many orphan protagonists, to our whitewashing of whole genocides, we, and by we, I really mean I here, have taken sheer vision and turned it into the stories your sons and daughters fear and aspire to. You see, I've made the world a better, more magical, and, as Lenny would say, purer place. And important people have taken notice. Like, did you know that those folks at that upstart fast food chain McDonald's credit copying Disney branding with their current dominant market share? I say good luck to them. And you're welcome, heart disease medication manufacturers of the world. If one thing can show you that all you really need in this life is vision and the willingness to put your name very, very large on things, here's the kicker. You see this mouse? Well, the thing is, I didn't even create him. I stole him from either the Performo Toy Company or Felix the Cat, or Oswald the Rabbit, or Milton Mouse, or Ignatz Mouse. Honestly, I can't even remember. There were a lot of cartoon mice flying around at the time. It was a crazy decade. All I remember is this. I sat old Oob Iwerks down and had him draw Steamboat Willie entirely himself. And then I went to Oob and I said, Oob better clean out your desk because you don't Iwerks here anymore. And then when Oob tried to start his own studio, I crushed it. Now, honest Injun, and I know that's an oxymoron, don't get started, but honest Injun, I haven't drawn one of my own cartoons since 1929. Because it's not about the cartoons, or the content, or the product. It's about a world of Disney. It's about a universe of cartoon rodents in pants. It's about making so much money. Well, there you have it. That's the story of a humble old visionary who whitewashed his own narrative, as he did so many other stories, to the point that this young Jim Stewart type is playing him in movies. And not just any movies. Disney movies. But, by the way, you ever notice that my company's logo has a 666 in it there? I mean, it's probably nothing, but who knows? right? I mean, that one scene in The Lion King definitely says sex in the sky, so I guess when it comes to me and my company, anything goes. Anyhow, in that spirit, and in closing, let me just say thank you very much for having me, and fuck you, John Lasseter.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. I hope you share this with your friends, and they share it with their friends, and so on, and we get a real virus of a content going. So please subscribe. And then click the like button if that's there, or your current platform and time period's equivalent of a like button. It's a thumb up or like a A-OK or just the word yes. Click that. And then in the comments, just let us know what you did today. However mundane, I promise you at least a person will be mildly interested.